Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a natural decongestant because I've been fighting off cold and I really want to clear out my head of all the extra mucus and stuff. So this is how I make a natural decongestant. So I use a few different ingredients, primarily these four actually. Honey. I have some honey here that is that's store-bought, and then I have some honey that my brother gave me that would be derived from the pollen that's in the area, which some people say is better for fighting off allergies and whatnot. And then I have something spicy like a cayenne type of base. This one's actually I think it's a Japanese type of chili pepper, but pretty much the same as cayenne. You can substitute cayenne with that. Then some sort of citrus. Most people like lemon. I kind of prefer lime. Just kind of, this more or less helps with the flavor of the expectorant. And then of course some ginger. Now, I'm not going to use a whole ton of it, but I'm just going to take off a bit of it. And I'm going to just leave the skin on. We're not going to eat it, or it's just going to be part of the mix here. So I'm just cutting it down enough to get it so that most of the juices can come out of it. I'm going to put it here in this coffee filter. Now I'm going to add about a teaspoon or so of cayenne. And obviously the reason why I'm using the coffee filter because I don't want to get this in the drink itself. So I'm going to make 2 cups worth. So I'm just going to fill up my coffee pot here, add it to the coffee maker. So at this point I'm going to add in honey. So I'm going to use about half a tablespoon of the store-bought honey and about the same amount of the locally produced honey. Now you notice I'm not running this honey through, I'm putting it in the carafe after I've added the water to the coffee maker. Now I'm going to put in some lime juice just to help with the flavor. And if you have one of these juice extractors, it might help actually. You don't mind drinking any of that, but I'm going to filter the rest of it. Alright, so I'm going to put the cayenne and the ginger into the coffee maker. And I'm going to add this. I usually put, I don't like my coffee too hot, or in this case, the decongestant too hot. So I usually have 3 pennies on top of my burners just to keep it from getting way too hot. I'm just going to do it like I usually do my coffee, and once it brews up I'm going to stir it up with a spoon just to make sure it's well mixed, and then it'll be ready. So alright, it's pretty much done brewing. You could probably put some tea bags in there. Some people might want the tea flavor in there. You can see that the chili powder has lost some of its redness, so I'm sure some of the heat has gone down in there pretty well. I'm going to stir this up just to make sure all the honey is in there. It's nice and hot. Flavor is pretty good. The lime and the citrus mixed with the cayenne and everything. It doesn't really seem that odd to me, but the flavor. But if you need like tea or something else in there, you could probably overcome some of that ginger flavor if you don't care for that. Yeah, that's great. I can feel the heat already. Just one sip. So anyway, that's how I make my my natural decongestant. I don't really like using the stuff you get at the pharmacy, just because it does weird things to my body and really messes with me a little bit. I don't think it's necessarily good to put all those chemicals in you. So that's just my thought, though. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully it's helpful to you.